the challenger, fighting out of the red corner. He is trained by the team at Riddler's Gym with an official weight of 76.05 kilograms. He has a record of 46 fights with 38 wins and 8 losses. Hailing from Glasgow in Scotland, but fighting out of Perth, Western Australia, he is the current WBC Muaythai World Light Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jarvis. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He is trained by Jarvis from the Lumpini Gym with an official weight of 76.2 kilograms. He has a record of 31 fights with 29 wins and 2 losses. Hailing from Crawley in the United Kingdom, he is a 2-time world champion and the 2022 WBC Muay Thai Fighter of the Year. He is your current, your reigning, your defending WBC Muay Thai Super Middleweight Champion of the world. Ladies and gentlemen, this is George Jarvis. Fighters, please to the ring.
Well, that was spectacular. Brett Benetti here in commentary, enjoying all the spectacle and all the action. And joining me in commentary for this co-main event of the Muay Thai Grand Prix is the co-promoter of the Muay Thai Grand Prix. Done a great job in the build up to this magnificent event. Darius Douch, welcome to commentary, and you must be very happy with the way the night's going so far, and especially ahead of this magnificent fight we're about to watch and call.
Oh, Brett, what a thrill that was. Both boys walk out. George Jarvis, he's a showman, isn't he? The way he just stood there on the stage, the way he just took it all in. He really took his time and just really, sucked up all the emotion, I think. Just really had a really good look at it, took his time. George Mann, if that's not the best walkout going around, but George Jarvis's walkout was pretty good too, Brett.
Extremely good. And again, when this fight got announced, I know that you thought it was going to be big, but I don't think you understood how big this fight was going to be.
Look, we knew it was a massive fight, but to coincide with it all, George Jarvis won the WBC International Fighter of the Year in December, and since that award was announced, it just really went gangbusters. The support from the UK people, one thing they will see is that we're not biased over here, we look after everyone, and the interest here is huge.
Well, again, you can see the height advantage that George Mann has, as he has it over a lot of his opponents. Bill Seth has the privilege of being the referee for this massive fight, this world title fight, and it's a pleasure to be calling with you, Darius Douch. I can't believe we're here and we're ready.
George Mann, 194 centimetres versus Jarvis, 183, and I've got to say, Brett, before we get going, the crowd tonight, I actually just posted something on social media, the crowd tonight, it's really bewildering when I stood up at the stand and looked down and took some photos, and I just couldn't believe it. So a big thank you to the Perth Muay Thai people, and Brett, this is going to be biased, but if the Perth people aren't the best Muay Thai supporters in Australia, I don't know who are, because this crowd is just unbelievable, and I thank every single one of them.
Perth fight fans are fantastic, and I've witnessed it firsthand. Now we are round one, here we go.
George Jarvis for the first kick, no mucking around.
He's a great fighter, George Jarvis, so he just wants to fight the best, and that's why he's here.
Little interesting from George Mann, a quick little cheat, but George Jarvis with the high head kick.
Great
Mann getting out of the way. I think we're going to have to say Jarvis and Mann, aren't we, Brett?
Exactly, I think
it'd be a bit confusing with two Georges in the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, nice body kick there from Mann, but Jarvis quick to react. Yeah, so again, 194 centimetres versus 183. There is a difference there, Brett, isn't there?
Yeah, Southpaw stands for Mann, obviously.
It's really going to be a tale whether George Jarvis can get in there, or if George Mann's going to use his reach and keep him out of there. Oh, flicked in the nice little head kick there to Jarvis. Not really a lot of power, it was more of a flicking kick, but enough to wake George Mann up, I reckon.
It was, and it was a very nice kick. They both exchanged, but on the better hand, Jarvis got the better of that exchange.
And interesting that Jarvis has kind of showed his hand quite early. He's shown George Mann he can get his head kick up there.
Whoa.
So, you know, George Mann will look out for that now, won't he? He's had an early little taste of it.
Seeing George Mann able to conquer his opponents and then wear him down. So, but he's got a different battle on tonight with Jarvis.
George Jarvis is a bit of a stalker. I like the way he's coming forward on George. He's not too worried about George Mann's teeth. We know about his teeth, but he's trying to fill in the space there and come forward. Oh, there's that question mark kick, I think, but
really
mate,
nice
that head kick is very fast. George Mann did a very good job of evading that. Oh, nice body kick there from George Mann. You can hear that all the way from here, Brett. Nice little leg chop from Jarvis.
Nice by Mann as well.
These boys, of course, they're highly skilled. You know, you've got two WBC current world champions, Brett Venetti. It really doesn't get any better than this, mate.
You don't normally see it again. Number one.
Unbelievable.
Number ones in the world, really, in their weight classes. So.
And you know, George Jarvis, I've got to say, he's a WBC. He's an ISCA world champion. He's a big name on
That's a nice
Muay Thai
punch
Grand
there
Prix.
by Jarvis.
It was nice. George Jarvis is a big name in MTGP in England. Shout out to Philip Chu. So George Jarvis, you know, he's got the credentials. He's got 2 world titles at the moment.
Shout out to online viewers that are watching all the way from the UK.
Yes, big welcome, a big thank you to the UK crowd for tuning in. Very proud of their boy.
Yeah, they're cheering from their screens while you know that Jarvis is on the home turf of George Mann. He's got the full support here, the Perth crowd.
Nice high knees there from George Mann, but something that's impressing me about George Jarvis is he's aggressive but with high skill. He's not silly aggressive. He knows when to go in and when to stay out. Very smart. George Mann kind of half apologised there, didn't he?
Great first round, the crowd appreciating the action. And again, a very impressive start for both fighters, but the punch that got through that was got the attention of George Mann. Very impressive stuff by George Jarvis as well.
Oh, look, it was a high quality first round, so let's look forward to the 5th. But both boys, obviously it was a bit of a warm-up round. Showed a little bit. George Mann showed his body kicks. George Jarvis not afraid to show George Mann nice and early that he's got that really high head kick.
There's still got a bit of time to kill before we start round 2, which is about 10 seconds away. But they're ready to go. Touch gloves and the bell sounds.
Oh, there goes the first step-up knee, I think, that George Mann has unleashed. Lovely little leg kicks there from George Jarvis just to find his range. Yeah, Jarvis just coming in, trying to find his hands. George Jarvis, he's absolutely shredded and ripped, isn't he, Brett? Have a look at his physique. Yeah. He's really done the prep. We saw that he finished off his camp in Bangkok on his way through to Perth. Just finished off nicely. He's looking a treat. George Mann, very casual there, not panicking, just typical George Mann, just, you know, ready to teep or to evade. Oh, there's a nice body kick from George Mann. Jarvis got to come back there. And there it goes. Beautiful straight right punch, straight down the pipe and landed flush on George Mann.
George Jarvis.
Body kicks from both boys.
Another punch there.
There's that right hand. George Mann with a little bit of a mouse there on his right eye.
Those punches are starting to get through.
George Jarvis is aggressive. He knows when to unleash that right hand, doesn't he? George Mann going for that step-up knee. I think that's a really good tactic right now. Okay, there goes again from Jarvis. As he throws that right hand, George has really got to get that teep or that step-up knee happening to Jarvis's midriff. Couple of sneaky punches there. Oh, there's a nice knee. Lost his balance there towards the end.
So Jarvis switches to southpaw.
George Mann is actually the one stalking Jarvis now, coming forward. Jarvis is the one on the back foot, just quite content to kind of stay there. George Mann coming toward him, unlike the first round. Could have been a tactic, could have been some advice from Riddler, or maybe George Mann's pushing the pace himself.
Nice kicks there by Mann.
It was nice. Good evasion there by Jarvis. Great evasion.
Also
and by George Mann. Oh, body kick there from George Mann as well. This is a great second round, folks. Great second round.
The best
skill level. Oh, there's that body kick from George Mann. Jarvis with that head kick again has missed. So Jarvis is missed now, Brett. the more he misses, the more confidence George Mann's defence will get. He's got to lay one soon, I reckon, Jarvis. One of them has got to land.
He's landed a few good punches in this round. Got that mount. They
George,
take the clinch.
George Jarvis, very aggressive there in that exchange.
Jarvis very strong. This is what George wants. He wants that clinch.
George Mann, a strong top lock there. Jarvis trying to sweep him with a lovely little pure class Muay Thai move there. Oh, Jarvis stalking him now, coming forward to Mann. Mann on the back foot, wraps him up and twists him lovely. George Mann got him back with that same tactic that Jarvis just tried, and that was a lovely little sweep there. Highly skilled, classy move there by George Mann. Jarvis will come back to his own. Don't worry about that. He's an aggressive, talented, strong boy. Great second round. There'll be no gassing in this five round that we're all told about.
Round 3.
See, George Jarvis continues with those right hands.
Great move by George Mann.
It was actually a good defensive move by Mann because he was about to get swept, wasn't he?
Nice kick there by Jarvis.
Lovely kick to the body by George Jarvis. Yes, you hear that from here. George Mann throwing a few hands.
Yeah, Jarvis shakes his head, which probably means it got through.
Bit of an acknowledgement there. Just like George Jarvis' style. I love his open stance. He's always on that front foot. He's not sitting back waiting. He's very aggressive. Lovely little side kick there from Jarvis just to keep George at bay when he was wrong-footed there. Lovely little defensive move. Kept George Mann away. Oh, great check from Jarvis. 2 kicks from George Mann. Aggressive from him. Jarvis able to check both of them. Oh, and the body kick from Jarvis.
Someone's tape just came off.
Sure did. Both boys there actually had some good exchanges. George Mann there with the teep there against the ropes to Jarvis. And again, just a soft one.
Oh, that was nice there by Mann.
Yeah, body kick from Mann, then the leg chop from Jarvis. Nice checks. Body kick got through, and for the listeners out there, most of them know, but those body kicks, they really do help. They score. Good, effective body kick. Very good in the judges' minds.
Mann.
Oh, lovely step-up knee. Great little balk there from George, and then the switch-up knee. Landed flush on the ribs of Jarvis. Followed by teep. Jarvis just trying to find his range in this round. He hasn't got going yet, although it's a lovely body kick from him. Just trying to find his range in this start of this round, I reckon.
So your battle of George's is living up to expectation. This is magnificent.
George Mann, that step-up knee again. George Mann's coming out a lot more aggressive this round. Very aggressive.
I think he needed to be. He said Jarvis has had some really good moments.
And there you go. He's missed that head kick again, has Jarvis. George Mann's defence off that head kick is supreme tonight. His reflexes are on point. I think George Jarvis should just lower those kicks a little, maybe leave that head kick for a round or two and then come back with one and try and surprise George Mann. The more he misses, the more confidence George Mann will get. Oh, there's that step up knee. That is a lovely knee there to the midriff of Jarvis. George Mann on point with those knees this round especially. Jarvis is going to have to come back now with a few of his own. George Mann off to a great start this round.
It's been a good round for Mann.
Checked again there by George Mann. Oh, there's that kick again from George Mann. Jarvis with his own. George back with his own. Great exchange from both fellas.
Closing stages of round number 3.
Jarvis, a picture of concentration there. Trying to make his move to get inside there. Big, tall George Mann. That was actually a very strong round for George Mann.
I think so.
There, Brett.
I think that Jarvis did have his moment.
Match him against the best in Australia. Love to get Mann Barlow back. Mann Barlow, a personal favourite of mine in the female scene.
Yeah, both guys are ready to go, but they're just eating up more time. It's like it was up to them, but the round would have already started.
Jarvis pacing up and down like a lion, isn't he? George Mann quite still. I think Jarvis knows he needs to probably get one back now this round, doesn't he?
And Jarvis, that is.
George Jarvis, yep.
There you go.
Oh, sneaky
Either way, you're not wrong.
knee and elbow by both boys. Lovely little sweep there by George Jarvis. That was a lovely move. Great IQ, great Muay Thai IQ there from Jarvis. Very impressive. Against a bigger man as well. To pull that off. Oh, body kick from Jarvis, lovely. Very nice by George Jarvis. He's got an insane body kick there. Oh, strong right hand. But George Mann just lays it straight back. And that's smart tactics by George Mann. Give it back, give the receipt, the exchange. Boys clinching up right in front of us here. George Mann trying to get that knee going. Lovely check there by George Mann. Jarvis laying that body kick. Oh, big knees to the midriff there of Jarvis. George Mann coming out aggressive again this round. Jarvis has started better though this round than what he did the last, I reckon.
He's still having his good moments. Both guys going at it, and kicks.
Strong body kick there by Jarvis.
George Mann wants to get the receipt.
Yeah, George Mann wants to give it back. It'll come, of course. Great hand combination by Jarvis, but a lovely return kick to the body by George Mann.
Take those to get that body kick in.
Nice little jab. And there's that head kick again. George Mann's evasive technique on point tonight. Jarvis has really laid a few of them, hasn't he?
Nice knees there by Mann as Jarvis tries to spin out and get out of it. Bill Seth comes in and separates it.
Great. That was very smart by Jarvis. He knew with the spinning elbow he's not going to be able to get George Mann's head, so he just laid it to the body. Perfectly legal.
Very clever. Very clever.
And it was hard. That would have hurt.
Fighter IQ, Darius.
He's got it in spades as George Jarvis.
Oh, nice there by Mann.
George Mann, I get the sense, just doesn't want to let George Jarvis think that he can match him in the clinch. And as soon as Jarvis goes for the clinch, George Mann's really trying to stamp his authority, stamp his side and his strength.
Size. Yeah.
There's that head kick. George Mann smile at each other. I think Jarvis should lay back on those head kicks now because they're not working. I'd be chopping the leg if I was Jarvis. Inside leg, southpaw of George Mann, switch it up a little bit.
So
don't throw that kick.
From the advice from the corner.
Maybe, but I'd be leaving that head kick going. Maybe pull it out in the last 20 seconds of the last round or something, see if he can land it.
I'll tell you what, we're in store for fireworks in the fifth and final round.
We are, but right now George Mann's defensive, evasive abilities on that head kick is just not working for Jarvis. Jarvis has got to come up with something else. George Mann on the front foot here. George Jarvis, of course, he's not going to lose his title. He's going to come home very, very strong. I reckon Jarvis is going to go crazy with those hands at any point. If not this round, next round. His hands are effective. Lovely step-up knee by George Mann. I think Jarvis should really go back to those hands. They worked well for him in that first round.
First time fighting each other.
Last round here. Yeah, that's right.
Took long enough, didn't it?
I can't even hear you, Brett. The crowd has gone crazy to start with this last round.
Fifth and final round. They're ready to go, and this is going to be fireworks.
Here we go, folks at home, just waiting for the final bell to start the last round. This world title fight.
Here we go.
WBC Super Middleweight World Title. Oh, there goes George Jarvis. I predicted he'd come out with his hands. No surprises from me to see that. I think he's got to put it on George Mann now. He's got to come home to roost with those hands. I reckon that's his best weapon. The head kick's not working. His low kicks though, Jarvis's low kicks are great.
Yeah, he has had some success with the punch to the head. He's landed a few.
Great low kicks. He's got great hands. That's definitely the formula for Jarvis for me for this last round. To try and put it on George Mann. Oh, did clip him there to Jarvis. But George Mann at the same time returns it with that knee.
I think Jarvis is going to go after it, Darius.
Yeah, he needs to. Look, I feel like he needs to. I called it that last round. He needs to turn it on those hands. George Mann will know though. He'll know those hands are coming. He'll be ready for that head kick.
Well,
nice knee there. And good hands from Jarvis. I don't know who to call, Brett. Both boys are laying it on.
So, yeah, Jarvis having some great success with the hands early on in round 5. Right in front of our commentary position now. It's almost gone
great
through the
catch
ropes.
on the kick of the knee, or the kick there from Jarvis. George Mann very aggressive again. Still, there's that head kick missing.
Oh, nice there by Jarvis.
Bit of a flick there on a graze.
Round 5.
George Mann's just got that teep that just sets him back a couple steps.
Makes
it hard.
Superman punch.
Here we go. I reckon Jarvis has got to really turn those hands on now. I believe that's his only
nice
way of taking the fight.
Wow.
He needs to stop George Mann, in my opinion. I'm not judging it though.
No, again, we can only call it the way we see it, and again, it's still very close.
Great body kicks from George. What a great story this is from these two lads. Putting both
just hoping he'll be able to get
reputations on the line, throwing everything at it. George Jarvis to come to Perth to defend his title. What a true Muay Thai champion to do that. To come all the way to Australia to defend his title.
Well, again, he's a guy who wants to fight the best anywhere, anytime.
Fair play to him and his dad.
Wow, what a front kick by George Mann.
That's all right. Jarvis is fine. Oh, lays those hands. George Jarvis laid some leather there in that early exchange. He knew George was coming for the clinch. He just laid it on.
This crowd is going wild. They're chanting now.
I can't hear a thing, Brett. I hope you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Oh, spinning elbow from George Jarvis.
I thought he was going to...
Oh, George is held up. What an elbow, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to catch George with something. That was an amazing spinning elbow from the textbooks. But George Mann just doing what he needs to do. Those body kicks, racking up the scores with the judges. George Jarvis, so impressive against the bigger man. But George Mann, I feel like he's just on a mission tonight. I feel like nothing's going to stop George Mann tonight the way he's performed. Oh, there goes again. Misses a little bit, there's Jarvis. Oh, George Mann lays some hands.
That is
unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable, folks.
What a
We've
fight.
just witnessed absolute greatness in the round from both lads.
If you're looking at body language, I think that George Jarvis believes he's lost the fight.
Hard to tell, hard to tell. Let's
Just
let's
the
wait
body
and
language
see.
only. I'm not saying that.
Look at this fair play from both boys. Look at this sportsmanship.
Yeah, love it.
George Mann actually called him over to his fans to acknowledge George Jarvis. Look at this. This is unbelievable, folks. This is what you call fair play, great sportsmanship from both boys.
What a fight. I'm looking forward to speaking to the winner of both of them.
Absolutely.
Round 5 of the evening, your co-main event here at Muay Thai Grand Prix live from Perth Stadium in Perth, Western Australia. We have 5 rounds of action for the WBC Muay Thai Super Middleweight World Title. Before we get to the decision, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear another big round of applause for these fighters. This round is proudly brought to you by MH Performance Coaching, and we've got Mandy from MH to present the winner with the title. And now to the judges' scorecard, ladies and gentlemen. Judge number 1 scored this bout 50-46. Judge number 2 scored the bout 49-46. Judge number 3 scored the